All right, let's jump right into something that is, well, pretty mind-bending. What if a name for God, a word written down thousands of years ago in ancient Sanskrit, turned out to be a perfect description of one of the weirdest and most fundamental laws of modern quantum physics?
Yeah, that's the big question we're digging into. It's a connection that, on the surface, feels completely impossible. It stretches across thousands of years, connecting ancient spiritual sages with Nobel Prize-winning physicists. So, what are we looking at here? Is it just a crazy coincidence, or is there something much, much deeper going on?
So, to even begin to unravel this, we have to go way back. Our first clue isn't some complex formula or a recent discovery. Nope, it's a single word from a very old text, the Vishnu Sahasranama, which means the 1,000 names of Vishnu, a work that's attributed to the legendary sage Veda Vyasa. And that word, the 46th name in this ancient hymn, is Aprameya. Now, you gotta appreciate how specific this word is. It doesn't just mean huge or infinite in a general sense. Its meaning is laser-focused, something that is fundamentally beyond our normal ways of knowing and measuring. It is, by its very nature, immeasurable.
You see, in Vedic logic, they had this really neat way of categorizing things. There were things that were prameya, stuff you could know. You could see it, touch it, measure it, or figure it out through logic. But then there was aprameya. This was a type of reality that you just couldn't pin down, because it didn't have the fixed properties or marks that our senses and instruments need to get a lock on it. It was in a totally different league of existence.
Okay, now let's hit the fast-forward button and leap about 3,000 years into the future. We're landing in the early 20th century, right in the middle of a revolution in physics, where scientists were being forced to throw out everything they thought they knew about how reality works.
For centuries, thanks to guys like Isaac Newton, we saw the universe as a giant, predictable machine. You know, a billiard ball has a specific spot and a specific speed. Simple. But when we started looking at the tiny, subatomic world, that orderly picture just shattered. We found out that at its most basic level, reality isn't made of solid little things at all, but of these fuzzy, bizarre probability clouds.
And this is where Vishnu Heisenberg comes in with his famous uncertainty principle. What he discovered is that there's a hard limit to what we can ever know about a particle. And this isn't about building better tools. It's a fundamental rule of the universe. The more you nail down a particle's exact position, the more its momentum becomes a total unknown. And the more you know its momentum, the less you can know its location. You can't have both. It's a cosmic trade-off. They are, together, fundamentally immeasurable.
Here's a great way to think about it. Imagine a fan spinning so fast you can't see the individual blades anymore. All you see is a shimmering, transparent blur, a cloud where the blades could be. Now, if you wanted to know the exact position of a single blade, you'd have to stop the fan, right? But then you'd lose all information about its motion. A quantum particle is just like that blur. It's a cloud of possibilities until you try to measure it. And even then, you can't grasp all its secrets at once.
So let's pause for a second. We've got this ancient idea of an immeasurable ultimate reality and a modern scientific principle about a fundamental uncertainty at the heart of the universe. Could they really be talking about the exact same thing?
Just look at how these line up. On one side, you have Aprameya, described as being devoid of the fixed marks you need for measurement. On the other, the quantum state, where definite properties like position and momentum can't be fixed at the same time. Aprameya is said to be beyond direct perception. Well, the very act of observing a quantum particle changes it. I mean, the parallels aren't just similar, they are shockingly precise.
So what on earth does this all mean? Well, it suggests that Aprameya wasn't just some vague, mystical concept about God. It might have been a highly technical description of the actual fabric of reality, a recognition that the universe itself has a built-in, non-negotiable limit to what we can ever empirically know or measure.
And if that connection is real, it opens the door to an even bigger and frankly more challenging idea. What if there's more than one way to get to the fundamental truths of the cosmos?
This quote really hits the nail on the head. Modern science works from the outside in. It observes the physical world, runs experiments, and tries to build mathematical models to describe it. It's casting reality into a mold it can understand. But what if you could do it the other way around? What if you could work from the inside out? So here you have it. Two completely different paths to truth. Modern science uses massive external tools. We're talking multi-billion-dollar particle accelerators to smash atoms and figure out the laws of physics. The hypothesis here is that the ancient sages used a powerful internal tool, a refined and disciplined technology of consciousness called dristi, to perceive the nature of reality directly.
And all of this leads to one seriously provocative theory, that the Vishnu Sahasranama isn't just a beautiful piece of devotional poetry, it could actually be an encrypted scientific text, a kind of cosmic cipher, using the language of worship to protect and pass down profound knowledge about the universe through the ages.
And that's the thought I want to leave you with. If a concept as complex as quantum uncertainty appears to be encoded in a single 3,000-year-old name like Aprameya, well, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other secrets might be hiding there in plain sight, just waiting for us to find the key to decode them?